So I mean, those things are related, and I left academia for a lot of reasons. It's sort of a little bit hard to summarize, but I would say that I first started thinking about it during COVID, and I think that's probably true for a lot of people in the
Yes.
last couple of years. And um, as a health communication researcher in particular, it was such a juxtaposition to be seeing a lot of the health messaging basically sort of violating a lot of theories and findings that we'd be like, it's going to cause reactance, or no, that's just there's too much uncertainty in this message, people aren't going to follow it. And having that information in my head and trying to figure out how do I get it into the hands of people who can use it. And a lot of times they didn't necessarily want to use it, or because we weren't medical doctors, didn't necessarily think it was accurate, right? So a lot of these just sort of field wide challenges, I think in social science wide challenges of trying to place your work. But it got me really interested in medicine in general, and how does that world operate. And that's what spurred me to look into the public health degree. Through Penn State, you can, as an employee, you can
Yeah.
take discounted classes, and they have this online degree, and that enabled me to connect with more of the medical college faculty. And also during COVID, started doing research with medical doctors as well. And happened to, at the time, also, I had very high risk pregnancy with twins, and I was driving about 90 miles to the Penn State medical facilities in Hershey, Pennsylvania, too. So for better or for worse, just sort of coincidence, was constantly in that world, and really, really wanting to do something a little closer to the end product, something a little more applied. I'll always love theory, and I love geeking out about that, and I think it's really important. There's just that stage of my life and the occurrence of world and personal events. I really wanted to do something where I could get closer to helping people who were in a time of crisis, or helping the people who most need medical help. And so that was when I started thinking about it. And also during that time, I went up for full professor.
Yeah.
And when you go through, I did my undergraduate and my master's back to back, and I worked for 3 years before I went to my PhD at North Carolina, Go Heels, for 3 years. So I had a little bit of real world experience, but then once you start that PhD,